What's up YouTube, it's PB. Thanks for tuning in to another back of the van review. Today I'm looking at this. This is the Powerclear drain cleaner from RIDGID Tools. Now I'm going to be totally honest with you, I've never used one of these before. I bought this specifically for a job I had in town. It was in a block of flats. Normally, I don't know if you're like me, but I do plumbing, I do gas. Anything drainage wise, I'll normally subcontract out to a local drain guy because he's got all the gear and stuff like that. But this specific job, I'd already put a few hours in. I'd been there, you might remember if you follow me on Instagram, I went there just before Christmas to this blocked bathroom basin, and it's quite disgusting, but they'd rang up probably 2 or 3 days before saying it was blocked. They were using the kitchen sink, whatever, I don't know what they were doing, but the bathroom sink was blocked. Now, in between them reporting it to the letting agency and me going, one of the tenants was ill and was actually sick in this basin that's blocked. Yeah, so when I got there, they hadn't cleaned it out. It was a bowl full of day-old sick in a basin. I don't know what to tell you, it was horrible. So to get this job done, I probably spent 3 hours there, and they still were having issues. I'd used a wet vac to suck all the water out, I'd plunged it, I'd put drain acid down, and it being in a block of flats, I was a bit wary putting the acid down. I didn't want to cause any damage. Everything was tiled in, so you couldn't get to anything. So I've got this because what I was worried about was I'd already spent 3 hours there. I didn't want to not get paid. So I didn't realise the cost of something like this. This was under 200 quid. And if it enables me to do my own drainage jobs as and when I need to, and for the size of it, you know, don't take up a lot of room, I thought I'd try one. And yeah, like I say, I've never used one before. I was a bit scared of it because I don't know how it works, and hopefully this video I'll show you me using it on the job, just how easy it was. And in fact, I can't wait to use it again because it was pretty cool, to be honest. So I'll talk to you as a non-expert. I'm not an expert on these. I've only done one job with it, but I just want to show you because if you're like me, hopefully you'll find this video interesting. So this is the unit. It's quite light, it's quite small, compact. It's 240 volts. You get it's plugged in at the minute behind me, but you get a circuit breaker inline on it, plugs in, and then this thing here is the cool thing. So it's like there we go. It's like a compression. It's going to keep jumping off. I've had to stand it on something so you could see it. Let me take that away. So basically, you press it, and that operates the machine. So you can use your knee, you can use your foot. It enables you to have both your hands free when you're working with it. So it's got on the side 2 settings here. We've got forward setting and we've got a reverse setting, which is it don't stay in reverse. Now when I say reverse, I don't mean it's pulling it back, it's just the way it spins. So on forwards, the first setting, which we have on there, and doing this, it's the same for whether you're sending it forwards or pulling it back, and I'll explain that in a minute. So as you can see, you can just spin it, and all it does is spins. It doesn't pop out, come forward or backwards, it just spins the drum. So onto this, we add these 2 hoses. So I'll do it while you're watching. So we pull this out, and the first hose goes on, and so we get that out of the end there, and that rubber just pushes on there. So now we've got this coming out this one, so pull it a bit more, straighten that up, and push this through the second one. Now this end here is the important bit. We just got to get it by through that. Get that through there, and then these just push together again. It's a piece of rubber, and then we'll just push that back into the drum. Let's do it reverse. myself up. So now we've got it inside this. This thing here is what we're going to use to control whether we send it forwards or backwards. So if we squeeze the top one in, all it does is it sort of locks this cable, and because this spins and you can see it's sort of like threaded. So when we lock it, because this spins, it just turns like a screw and it turns forward and comes out. So then if we squeeze the reverse one, it's the opposite thread. So we're still just doing this, and this is still in forward motion. It pulls it back in. And it doesn't shoot out, it's quite slow. And you'll see on the video when I do it, I do a sort of mixture. I push it through a bit, and then I sort of check, is it okay, is it free, you know, can I still move it? Because I'm in my head, because it's the first time I used it, it's going to get stuck, I'm never going to get it out. But you'll see from the video how easy it was going in and out. So like I say, once this is set up, this is the thing you use to control it. So you can use your knee, or I'm using my elbow here, so I can sort of control it with that, keep one hand on it, make sure it's not going to get stuck, stop it, do a bit with my hand, pull it back if I want to. So you've got a lot of control, more than I thought you were going to have. So the idea is this end here, if you've got like a load of hair or something blocking it, it'll twist around this, and then once you've got it and you think it's clear, you can pull it all out again. Also, if there's something blocking it solid, it'll push through it. Now, it is really flexible, but what I thought was, and you'll see in the video, I take the trap off, can it get through something like that, because it's quite tight concentric bends together. So if we show you here, let's just reverse it up. Next door neighbour just came back and put me off, so I can't remember what I was saying. Start again. So can it get through something like this? The answer is yes and no. I think someone from RIDGID or an expert will probably be able to say in the comments. Going through this way, yes, I can get it to there easy, it goes around there easy, but getting through this bend this way, it sort of gets stuck there, because the length, the size of that, this bit it bends there, but I can't get it to go through. But if I go through this way, I can get it to go through. So I'm sure there is a way of getting it through tight knuckle bends like that, but I'll just demonstrate anyway. So we've got it on forwards, we're squeezing that in. We'll send it through. We can you see there inside? It's got to there, but it's not getting any further. It's almost like you'd have to sort of help it along a bit. So we'll reverse it back out. See there, it's gone, it's not through. You can also, if you don't want to use the motor, you can just pull it out with your hand, and done the same thing there without using the motor, just with my hand, and pull it out as well. Now, just reverse it. So we go through the opposite way, which is the opposite way to where we've just done. So pushing that in, on forwards. You can see there it's coming out. And you can also see the speed that it's feeding it through. It's not as fast as you think it's going to be. Okay, so we've got that all the way through there. It was quite fast, quite slow, sorry, quite controlled. And then if we want to take it back out again, we're just squeezing the other side of this. And it's going through. And we're out again. And it's that easy. Yeah, I'm mega impressed with it. Like I said, I was a bit scared of it because I didn't know how it worked. Maybe a lot of you feel the same. Dead easy to use. So we'll have a look at the job now, and I'll tell you how I got on with it. See what you think. Right, so this is the job. Now, I'm probably not going to talk over the whole thing because I've not got that much to say. Basically, this is in a block of flats. The drainage disappears behind this tiled wall, picks up the bath, picks up the toilet, and then I don't know where it goes. Now, I have attempted this with a plunger, with a wet vac, with some acid,
and it just seems to keep on blocking, so there's something quite wrong. And as I said in the intro, I'd already put a lot of time into it, so I didn't want to lose out by them, you know, getting someone else in to do this part of the job and, you know, not pay me. So as this is the first time I've used it, just bear with me. So you can see I'm using my hands quite a lot, controlling the pedal with my knee, probably using my hands and doing it manually more than I need to, just because of the fact that I'm not used to it. But basically I'm feeding it in, and then I hit the first bend. I think there's a 90 and it goes through that quite easily, and then I'm just feeding it through very slowly. Every now and then I stop to sort of check, is it stuck, am I going to be able to get it out, basically. But it was surprising how easy it went through, and you know, just how sort of simple it was to use. I don't know what I was so worried about. I rang a couple of people that I know knew how to use these and asked them, you know, what do I do with it? But it's pretty straightforward, and it was really easy. Now, passing work like this on to someone else, if I can't do it, you know, with the easy way with a plunger or a wet vac, now having this on the van, I'll probably be able to do more of it, and I actually will look forward to the next one I do, because it was quite fun to do it. Like with anything new, if it works and it's easy, it's sort of a bit of fun. But I've done jobs before. I did a shower once, block shower, and I ended up taking a section of the floor up and taking a piece of pipe out. And I don't know how, but a bottle cap off one of the shower shampoo or shower gel bottles had gone all the way down and sort of lodged itself in an elbow. Whether something like this would push that through, I don't know, but for stuff like, you know, the general scum, hair that you seem to get through, it will all twist around the end, and you'll be able to, you know, once you've got it in, when you pull this back out, it should be attached to that sort of spiral on the end. This one, I don't know what it was, because obviously you can see there, I don't actually get anything out, I don't take any pipe work out, but I felt something. You can see there's a bit of sort of slime on the end, but I think there must have been something lodged in there and it's pushed it through, because after I've done this, put it all back together, ran plenty of water down it, and it ran, you know, perfectly, a lot better than it was doing. So, and I did this job probably, now I'm recording this video probably about a month after this job. So, and I've not had any callbacks, so I can say it worked. But yeah, it's as easy as that. Really simple, quite clean, really, more than I was just expecting it to be. I've got sheets down, I've got gloves on, but nothing, you know, splattering around the room. So yeah, overall pleased with it, and I would recommend it if you're looking at getting a bit of kit like this.
Okay, so that was the job. One hit, got it done, on a sort of block basin that had been giving me a bit of trouble. Like I said, I didn't want to damage anything behind the tiles, didn't want anything leaking through to the flats below, stuff like that. So this really helped me out, and it was a lot easier to use than I thought. So I think I've covered everything. You do get, it's just blown away, you do get a sort of quick use sheet. Let me find it. Get a lot of instructions in the box with it, but you do get this laminated sort of quick guide if you're doing it, how to assemble it, if you're doing it on sinks, baths, basins, everything you need to know on one little sheet. That's quite handy. So I think I've covered everything, but we'll just go through again. We've got power on the side there. There is a drain plug here that you can pull out, so when you finish with it, if there's any crap in here, you can clean it out. So what I would say is you probably take this apart, push this back in. So you probably could spray some fresh water through there, let it drain out the bottom there. and then with these with these separate like that, wrap all the cable around it, keep it in a little tub in the van, doesn't take up too much storage, or keep it down the yard if you're not doing that much drainage work. So just to talk about the reverse function, I didn't need to use it, but I guess if you are, in fact, let's see what it does. Yeah, so the reverse function spins it the opposite way. So, God, it's getting really windy out here. If you got it stuck, I think it's a get out of jail kind of card because it spins it the other way. But they recommended the instructions that you don't put it in reverse and use it unless you really have to. I guess the danger of sending it all the way down and then you can't get it back is the major worry with something like this. What else can I say about it as someone who's used it for the first time? I just thought it was dead easy. Well, I think that's pretty much all I can say about it. I hope you found this video useful. I hope I've given you an idea of how these work. If you've been thinking about getting one, or you just wanted to know how they work, I hope I've answered some questions. If you want to ask me anything else, stick it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. And please check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.